Chris and Katie back at ya. And we are in a different position, a new area. Anyway.
We're pretty much always in a new area.
Anywho, we right now, what do we have going on at the school, Kate?
Well, we have the North Dakota Grape and Wine Association here doing a conference. So tonight, well, this is Friday. So Friday night, they're having open to the public wine tastings and People's Choice wine competition with taco bar and all that. And then Saturday, when you will be watching this, they're having their own personal conference then at that time throughout the day at the schoolhouse.
Yeah, and we're very excited to have them here. And yeah, it's super, super cool. And I'm really looking forward to trying some of the wines because it's such an excellent opportunity to try a bunch of North Dakota wines. So that's
the nice part about it. It's North Dakota wines, not just any old wines you can buy.
Yeah, so that's cool. Okay, and earlier this week, Jeannie and I did a Zoom with Bonnie Lundorf. And Bonnie Lundorf is doing the Wild and Woolly Weekend Retreat, March 27th through the 29th. And it is going to be super fun. And we just thought that it would be kind of neat to have Bonnie herself tell you a little bit about herself and about what to expect at her retreat. And yeah, so take it away, Bonnie.
You bet.
Joking. Okay, well, my name is Bonnie Lundorf, and I have had Willowwood Market for, this is my 29th year of hoping to instill a love of fiber arts, including quilting and rug hooking and needle felting and wool applique to my customers. And so far, so good.
Fantastic. I love it. Yeah. Okay.
And I'm in a cute little cabin that my husband and I built just for this purpose. And we have classes, and I travel around and vend at quilt shows and fiber festivals, and I teach for quilt guilds and present trunk shows, and that's what I'm hoping to do at the Gnome School. I'm so excited.
Yay! Yeah.
So yeah, that's
perfect.
That's
perfect
kind of in a nutshell what I do.
Awesome. Okay, so on March 27th through the 29th, we are going to be blessed with your presence here, and we're so excited. So what can a participant expect when they come? It's the Wild and Woolly Weekend.
Correct, with Bonnie Lundorf. Yep. So Friday night, I thought we'd start off with, after dinner, having an open trunk show. And my trunk shows are primarily, I design patterns for mostly wool applique, rug hooking, needle felting, those kinds of things. But I also carry in my store, because I'm a quilt shop, I carry other designers' patterns and have lots and lots of samples. So I'll have some of my designs, I'll have some other designers' patterns and samples. And then I am an avid antique quilt person, textiles actually. And so I always bring with me a few of my antique and vintage quilts and rugs, hooked rugs and penny rugs.
Cool.
So that's always part of my trunk show. And I don't talk about monetary value at all with vintage things. I just talk about how to love them, how to care for them, maybe how to repair them, and how to use them instead of being in a closet.
I love it.
So that's Friday night. And then Saturday morning, we are going to do rug punching, which if you've ever heard of rug hooking, it's not latch hooking. That's shag carpet from the 70s. It is not that. It is rug hooking, only I use a tool. Can I get up and...
Oh, please do. Yes.
I'm not sure I can turn this around. Can I?
I don't know. Once you start, I'm not sure.
I don't know. Well, I'll just hold it up.
Okay.
So the tool that you use is this, and it's an Oxford rug punch tool.
Yep.
And you use 1/4-inch strips of wool, or you can use yarn if it's a heavier weight rug yarn. And you use linen, which is 100% linen, and then you can just create lots of. So this is a cute little purse that I designed.
Nice.
This is just some cute little flowers.
Nice.
Here's a fun little snowman.
Oh, yes.
Here's a fun Northwoodsy. This was a wool applique design that I made,
cute.
and then I thought, why wouldn't we try to rug hook it?
Oh, that's super
So-
cute.
So that's kind of a bigger project. The smaller ones are what we'll use. Let's see if I can. So there's a fun little rug.
Yep. Yep.
So the project we're going to do is about 7 inches,
Mhm.
and I supply all of the tools. and
Excellent.
kit. All they have to do is pay and show up.
Fantastic.
Because the tools are, like any tool, they can be pricey. And so if you love it, then you can get tools. And if you don't, you got to make something really cute
Yeah.
with fun people and say, no, I'm never going to do that again.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's going to be the morning
Okay.
session. And in the afternoon, I've started this technique called, crazy quilting, but piecing with wool. Now, wool is really thick. And so piecing it like a quilt, you get a lot of bulky seams. And so I have a technique where you butt the seams. This is a new little project I'm working on, where you butt the seams together and fuse it with fusible interfacing stabilizer.
Oh.
So you can create any quilt block. Here's a little hourglass.
Oh.
Here's a little hourglass project.
Wow.
Yeah, so the crazy quilt one that I originally thought we'd do is this.
Oh.
And students can have their choice of like a little fall scene or these flowers or a little snowman, or we can go into the other piecing because you can take it lots of directions. I made a quilt
Oh,
with Lemoyne
beautiful.
stars using that same technique, and
Wow.
that's really kind of fun.
Oh,
So
wow.
how to have lots of fun with wool, because
Oh,
my passion.
hence the Wild and Woolly Weekend.
Right, exactly.
Yes.
And I have wild and woolly stitching events at the shop, so it kind of goes hand in hand where people come and just stitch on
Excellent.
wool things. So
Mhm,
that's
mhm.
why that's where the name came up. Wild and
Sweet.
Woolly Weekend.
Sweet. It's perfect.
I know, I'm
It's
excited.
perfect. Well,
And people
fantastic.
can just stay and they get fabulous meals, right?
Oh yeah, they get wined and dined. Yep, we
Love it.
take very good care of them. You've not stayed here yet.
No,
So
but I'm
you
so
will-
excited.
Yes, so you will see each room, of course, it's just like the Hilton, only much better. And yeah, so it's just a regular hotel room with, your own bathroom and your own fridge and the whole gamut.
Wow, why wouldn't anyone want to come and just get away?
That is exactly right. So
Oh my
super,
gosh.
super, super. So, okay. So we look forward to filling your weekend.
Yeah, I
And
can't wait.
and scheduling subsequent weekends thereafter and getting you
Absolutely.
here much more often.
Oh, and also I should say I will have a pop-up shop.
Good.
also
So
for
you'll be
the whole
you'll
weekend.
have your
So
wools and you'll have
Yep, and the things that the kits and patterns for
Very
the
good.
samples that I'm going to show at the trunk show. And I
Yep.
think I will just have them set up all weekend.
absolutely. You bet.
There's a spot
bet.
to just leave it up and people can
That's no problem. Yep.
peruse through them and see what they want to have for
Yeah.
their next project.
Perfect. Awesome, awesome, awesome.
Wonderful.
Well, that's fantastic. Okay. Well, I think that's all we'll keep you, dear. And
Okay.
so that is going to be super fun that weekend. I'm really looking forward to that.
Yeah, so if you are interested in joining us, gnomeschoolhouse.com under our classes and retreats.
Yep. And you, of course, get to stay here and we'll wine and dine. Yeah,
Mhm.
absolutely. Okay. Now, today we are just downstairs in the mail flying this I call it every now and then we run across a batch. This is a Cornwall batch. This was a very nice fleece, but it was tippy. It had weak tips on it. Okay, so I went ahead and thought I would attempt to process it, and it processed very uniquely. So I call it. You're not going to be able to see this, but this is what it is. It's got such a cool homespun look to it, like it was hand spun. It's got inconsistencies, some texture, but in a very even manner. And it's something with our semi-worsted machines that generally spins a very smooth, even yarn. So, so it's kind of exciting when I get a batch that looks inconsistent and all textured and fun like that. So this is going to be one of the choices that we're going to have. I'm gonna dye some of it and have it up in the store, but the rest of it is going to go on our racking for our dye studio. And I did a little reel, a little short about this. I don't know, a week ago or so, a few days anyway. And I've been wanting to do this for about 4 years because it's called Clink's Room, and it's a room right off of, if you ever been to the schoolhouse, it's got a 3-bowl sink and it's got the cement floor.
It's in the basement.
Yeah,
in the basement where the mill also is.
Yep, and Clink the boiler lives there. So we're not sure on the schedule if it's going to be a couple times a month or once a month. We're going to open it up for a dye studio. So we're going to bring all of our dyes and all our dye concentrates. We're going to bring a dye pot. We're going to microwave because there's so many different ways to dye. And we're going to have 2 racks of white yarn, as well as light gray, as well as anyway, just different colors that so that you can buy a skein of yarn, and then you can dye it, or you can bring in a skein of yarn or a couple skeins of yarn, whatever. It's we're going to have the dye studio open, and that is going to be so much fun. And of course, we'll all be here to answer any questions. And yeah, that so you can just dye your yarn and leave with it dyed. So that's going to be super fun. Yes. Looking forward to that. So
make your own unique skein.
Yes, absolutely. You can hand paint it, and I'll have all the supplies, everything that you need to do that. You can purchase the yarn that you want to dye right there. We'll have many different sized yarns, many different blends. Yeah, so it's gonna be cool. So, anywho, yeah. So, what else is going on with you there, Kate?
Nothing.
We had a great time at the wedding show.
Yep, we went to the wedding show this past week.
Yeah, that was super fun.
Yep.
Maddie, myself, and Katie. And this is going to be really cool. Next year, for this same wedding show, I decided that we're all wearing our wedding dresses.
That's not going to happen.
It is going to happen. It's going to happen. It's absolutely 100% going to happen. So watch for that this time next year. So anywho, yeah. And on that note, that's all I got.
Well, we got to go visit Walter.
Oh, yeah. I want to talk to something about that. Something's going on with Walter. So I want to show you because it's nothing serious, but it kind of explains some of the things that I have seen in the mill for years and years and years that have come in on a fleece, and I'll try to explain it to the customer that, well, it's called scurf. Your fleece has scurf. And they're like, I don't understand it. And so you can see it on the animal itself. So let's go. Hey, Chris here with the Gnome Schoolhouse. And I just want to explain something because this is something that I have seen. I've been doing custom fiber processing for about, well, since 2009. So every now and then we would get in a fleece that had this dandruff type. I called it scurf. And Walter is having a case right now. So if you will come in here, you can kind of see here, right there. You see the little white flecks? Yeah, move your key. Get off of me. You see the little white flecks there? That is, it's not a, it's, in this particular case, it's a skin issue. It's a dry skin issue. So as soon as it warms up, we're gonna give Walter a bath a couple times a week, and we can clear this particular case up. But sometimes in some animals, I see it a lot in Angora goats, that they can get, it's like lice. It can be from a parasite that they get that, or it can be from an infection, or so on and so forth. But anyway, but this is just a little skin issue that Walter is having right now. So poor Walter. So we'll have to clean that up, and it's going to be super cute though, because we'll probably blow dry him, and he's going to be just a cute, fluffy bit of wonderfulness. He said, "That right, Mimi, you're going to be so cute. You're going to be so cute." Anyway, okay, so I wanted to do that. Now, okay, what I wanted to talk about was, if you have a Angora goat, a wool fleece, alpaca, what have you, that has this type of scurf, it looks like dandruff. What happens is each of these little flakes like wrap around, like the fiber grows up through it, and there is just no getting it off. Once it's sheared and I go to process it, if it's in there, it like stays in there. So I'm hoping that, I mean, we don't shear Walter, we're going to be combing Walter. So I'm hoping we can get this cleared up before we want to start combing out his fiber. But anyway, so if you see that in your, I mean, don't send that to your mill. I mean, you need to pull either that section out, or there is just no getting that out of the sheared fleece. So anywho, I call it scurf. People, dandruff, all sorts of different things. So all right, isn't he cute? Okay, all right, okay, goodbye. Chris here with the Gnome Schoolhouse, and I'm just getting ready to go out and do chores and putting my boots on. And I just thought, you know what? I'm going to talk a little bit about our insoles that we make down in the mill. Let me fish one out of my boot here. Here it is. This is, oh gosh, I bet this is 6 months old or so. It is, these are my Uggs that have, they're oh gosh, I bet they're 4 or 5 years old. And of course the bottom wears out in your boots, and you get these insoles that, oh, I just happen to have a couple pairs right here. And here we have the Dakota Sole Plus, and here we have the Dakota Sole. And what these are 100% wool insoles that we make down in the mill. The Plus has a proprietary blend of activated charcoal, cornstarch, and baking soda felted right on into the insole, so totally takes care of foot odor like you wouldn't believe, just totally. And then the wool ones are 100% wool, and these are Corma wool that we wet felt, stamp them out into the insoles, and you just trim them. You just cut off the heel. They start out as a men's size 13, and then you just trim them. They cut very easily with any scissor, and you just tuck them into your shoe or boot. And holy moly, you are gonna love them. They are amazing. And yeah, even if you don't get the Dakota Sole Plus, wool, natural fiber, is a natural antimicrobial, so it does naturally take care of foot odor. But you know, sometimes you need a little extra in your shoes or boots, so that would be the pluses. So anywho, check them out at thegnomeschoolhouse.com. Thanks for joining us. God bless you all, and have a great week.